Just read the arrows. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
The little box.
Test.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started because we have a really tight schedule to get through all these questions. First of all, I'm Juanita Lind. I'm the Executive Director of the Forest Grove-Cornelius Chamber of Commerce, and I thank you all for coming. I know we don't have a big turnout, but we will record this and it will go on our chamber website and YouTube channel. And if the Forest Grove Forum is any indication, we do get a lot of hits on that. People are very interested in the campaign. Interested in the campaign this year, and so I expect to see people hit that hard and heavy. The way this is going to work is I developed 5 questions based on meetings I've been at, forums, all sorts of things that the community is interested in. One of them is a secret question. The other ones were given to the candidates last night. And then I have 2 spaces for audience questions. If we don't have 2 audience questions, I did get an email with a couple of questions, so I'll use those. Are there any questions about anything? I will use the gavel if you're running over, and that means stop. And I'll go by Cindy's cards. So with that, we'll start with an opening by both candidates. And Jeff, you will be first, and you get 2 minutes.
I'll see if I can do it more succinctly than that. Basically, the opening, I'm really enjoying giving back to the community, and I still feel that I have things that I'd like to accomplish, and I'm still very much enjoying the work. We have a relatively new council. We have 2 people that have been on council for 2 years, 1 person that's been on for 4, and someone will be brand new in January of 2023. And I bring almost 20 years of experience, 8 years of those as a councilor, and 11 of those as the mayor, and planning commission before that. We also have, with Peter, a brand new city manager. So I think continuing the stability will help. Also, when I started with council, my goal was to break up the monotony of 5 old white guys that were the city council. Now I'm that only older person on the council. So at 50 years old, I feel like I'm more representative of the mature members of our community, and bring some more balance to our very young council. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. So the reality is, the secret is out. Cornelius is a great place to live and raise a family. Cornelius is growing at a rapid rate. We are falling behind with our schools. Our small businesses need more help, and we need to create a stronger infrastructure. People ask me why I wanted to run for mayor. The reality is I want to cultivate fresh and equitable ideas that can help both our citizens and stakeholders thrive. I was drawn to a more publicized role because I needed to make a more positive impact in our community. I'm 33 years old, I'm bilingual, bicultural, and I have lived and shared experiences in local and state government that I believe can transfer over to Cornelius. As a first-generation Latino American, I've dedicated my last 9 years of life to serving my community through public service. I've worked in the juvenile department as a juvenile counselor, as a juvenile case manager. I worked in the school district as a McKinney-Vento liaison, working with our disenfranchised families, families that are experiencing houselessness and homelessness. I work for the state of Oregon in the self-sufficiency department and in child welfare as a child abuse investigator. And those are some of my experiences and work resume that I believe I can transfer over to the Cornelius local government.
Don't we clap after we talk? Oh.
Yes. There's few, but we can be mighty.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go on to question 1, and thank you guys for being on time and succinct. Question 1, Chris gets to start this question. How will you balance social issues with economic prosperity in Cornelius?
All right, so that's a very hard question, the first question. But I think we have to have all hands on deck approach. I know that we're having a new city manager, and my hope is that we have a new mayor as well. And I know that's going to bring a lot of change, but change is a good thing. I believe that change is a good thing. Specifically, we have to have an all hands on deck approach to social issues, and more importantly, a collaborative approach. When we talk about our local economy, a lot of the issues I believe go hand in hand. Our social issues such as COVID, our housing crisis, to name a few. We have to learn to prioritize. What's more important, what the community needs are. We have to analyze our resource capacity, like what does Cornelius have to give, or what does Cornelius have to collaborate with other, communities such as Forest Grove and Hillsborough. We have to build timeline and be also transparent of what our work entails. I think transparency is key, especially for our Latino community. I feel that there needs to be a stronger emphasis. They are a majority in our community, and we have to bring them into the conversation to see what we can do to make a difference.
Okay. How will I balance social issues with economic prosperity? Wow, I'm really blowing this out. That is difficult in that the social issues, and it really depends where you're going on the social issues. The city plays a part, but it's more of an advocacy and a partnership. When you're talking about homelessness, we don't have an office of homelessness, right? That's a county, that's a state, that's a federal responsibility, and our job is to really partner with them. And I think the work that I've done over the last couple of years, really focusing on bringing the money out of Hillsborough and Beaverton, right? Basically the turnkey project that we partnered with Forest Grove and Central on is a really good example of doing what we can at the city level to be advocates for our community, to really try to deliver something that's a good service. We had this small, inexpensive hotel that was kind of running on a shoestring, and we were able to, with state money, really convert that over to a homeless transition center that has made a positive impact on the neighbors. If you talk to the neighbors, it's in much better shape than it is now. And it's graduating people, it's getting people out of homelessness into some kind of standard home. And I think that's really our job. And the economic prosperity is being an easy to develop with city, right? Having a development department that is a partner to business. We have to hold them responsible to the law, but we also have to be a partner with them and help them through the process. So that's what I see as our prosperity and economic balance.
Okay. It only took me 3 questions at the Forest Grove Forum to learn how to do the mouse and laptop, so I think I'm on target. Question number 2. How will you promote civic engagement among the younger generations in Cornelius?
Yep, thank you. I think some of the work that I've already been doing really shows that continued path. So I think two strong things. Basically, the Youth Advisory Council. We didn't have one with previous city manager Rob Drake. We got one started, and it was a really great way to reach out into the engaged community of our youth and really get them involved and help them really understand their city. I was amazed because as somebody that's involved, really engaged, and how much they didn't know what was going on or how things were working or doing that. And I think a key topic to helping them stay engaged is getting them interested in things they're interested in. The Youth Advisory Council has several up-and-coming members that are very interested in a skate park. When you get those kids engaged, they're learning about advocacy, they're learning about how the process works. I talked with them about who do you need to engage with in the community, who do you need to bring in as advocates with you. That's one of those ways. And I think also through the interview process with the new city manager candidates, we really heard that we need to up our game on communication. There's no TikTok from the City of Cornelius, right? We have some Facebook presence and we have a web page. And we really, I think one of the opportunities is looking into a communications officer, that we may really need to do that. And I heard that from several of the candidates, that a communications focused officer, somebody that really is working on understanding how to communicate. What are the forums, what are the abilities, what are our people actually using, and then how to engage them on this digital frontier. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, you know, Jeff did a great job at spearheading the Youth Advisory Council, and I think that's a great direction for Cornelius and its youth.